Hello everyone. Let's discuss a very important question based on Ellingham diagram. The question is, the following Ellingham diagram depicts the oxidation of carbon, carbon monoxide and iron. Which of the following is correct? Okay, so this is the Ellingham diagram. That is delta G naught versus temperature. Okay, let's see the first option. FeO can be reduced by carbon below 600 Kelvin. So it is talking about the reduction of FeO. It means the reaction will be FeO plus carbon giving iron plus CO. Okay. So basically we have to see the two curve. What are the two curve? One is iron to iron oxide and one is carbon to carbon monoxide. Okay. So iron to iron oxide, the curve is this one. This one. So that curve is basically this curve. This is the curve for iron to iron oxide. And for carbon to carbon monoxide, the curve is carbon to carbon monoxide, this one. Okay. Now, since the temperature is below 600 Kelvin, so below 600 Kelvin, any temperature you take. This is the 600 Kelvin. Below that, any temperature you can. Let's take 400 Kelvin. At that temperature, which one is more stable? Is it iron oxide more stable or carbon monoxide more stable? So we'll see iron oxide is more stable. Why it is more stable? Because its delta G naught value is more negative. That is approximately minus 450 kilojoule per mole. Where CO delta G naught is less negative. Okay. So I will say FeO is more stable. If FeO is more stable, then this reaction is not possible. This is not feasible. So the first will not take place. So this is an incorrect statement. Okay, it is more stable and carbon monoxide is less stable at a temperature below 600 Kelvin. And how we have got this? With the value of delta G naught. More negative the value of delta G naught, more is the stability. Okay. Yeah. So let's check the another one. Okay. So let's try the second option now. FeO can be reduced by CO below 600 Kelvin. So which are the two reactions it is talking about? FeO can be reduced by CO. So FeO plus CO, okay, forming Fe plus CO2. So now we'll concentrate on the two curve. One, iron forming iron oxide, okay, and other carbon monoxide forming CO2. Okay. So the first curve, that is iron forming iron oxide, is this one. So it is this curve. Okay. Now the next curve is carbon monoxide forming CO2. So CO forming CO2, we have this curve. Okay. Now the temperature is below 600 Kelvin. Temperature is below 600 Kelvin. So 600 Kelvin is this temperature. Below this temperature, if we see any temperature, say 400 Kelvin again, then if I take the temperature equal to 400 Kelvin, so we have 2 points here. Which curve is lying below? Carbon monoxide to CO2 curve is lying below, and iron to iron oxide curve is lying above. So which has more negative value of delta G naught? The CO2 CO2 has more negative value of delta G naught. It means this point is corresponding to CO2 and this point is corresponding to FeO. Which is more stable? CO2 is more stable. If CO2 is more stable and FeO is less stable, this is less stable, it is more stable. So this reaction is feasible because feasible reaction means a less stable to more stable. First one was not feasible because it was moving from more stable to less stable. So second one is feasible. So this is correct. Okay. Now let's see the other reactions. Let's see the third option. FeO can be reduced by carbon above 1000 Kelvin. What will be the reaction? FeO reduced by carbon forming iron plus CO and temperature is above 1000 Kelvin. So we will basically concentrate on two curves. One is iron forming iron oxide. Okay. And other curve will be carbon forming CO. Okay. So the first curve, iron forming iron oxide, is this one. You see that one. And carbon forming CO, it is that curve. Yeah. And above 1000 Kelvin, I can take any temperature above 1000 Kelvin. Let's take 1200 Kelvin temperature. Now these are the 2 points. Okay. This point will give you the delta G naught value of CO at 1200 Kelvin. And this point will give you delta G naught value of AFO at 1200 Kelvin. Then in this case, it is very clear that delta G naught value of CO is more negative because it is lying below, FO is lying above. So FO is less stable, CO is more stable. Okay, so FO is less stable, and CO is more stable. So again, the reaction is going from less stable to more stable. It means this is again feasible reaction. So third one is also possible. Okay, third one is possible. So 2 and 3 both are possible. 2 and 3 both are possible. A option we are getting. This is wrong. This is wrong. And now we have to check fourth one also. Is it possible the fourth one? So let me see. FeO can be reduced by CO. So reaction is FeO plus CO forming Fe plus CO2. Okay. Above 1000 Kelvin. Temperature is above 1000 Kelvin. So we will concentrate on two reactions. First is Fe plus O2 forming FeO, and second is CO plus O2 forming CO2. Okay, these are the two reactions we have. Okay, so Fe plus O2 forming FeO, this one is that curve. Okay, and CO plus O2 forming CO2, CO plus O2 forming CO2 is that curve. Yeah. Now the temperature is above 1000 Kelvin. So let's take the temperature equal to 1200 Kelvin. Yes. Now you see these are the 2 points, okay, on which we have to concentrate. This point is corresponding to the product CO2 delta G naught, and this point is corresponding to FeO delta G naught. Now we can say CO2 is more stable. Which is more stable? CO2 is more stable. Okay. FeO can be reduced by CO. Okay. FeO can be reduced by CO. Okay. Above 1000 Kelvin. Yes. Above 1000 Kelvin. So more stable is CO2. Yes. And less stable is what? FeO. So it is again going from less stable to more stable. Okay. It is going from less stable to more stable. Yes. It is going from less stable to more stable. No, no, no. That's the mistake. Wait. That's the mistake. This line is for CO2. This is for CO2. This is for FeO. Because that line is what? C plus O2 giving CO2, the blue one. It means CO2 is what? Less stable and FeO is more stable. Again, it is from more stable to less stable. This reaction is again not feasible. Delta G naught will become positive. So not feasible. So fourth one is also wrong. So 2 and 3 will be the correct answer option for that. So it is the first one. Thank you.